Here's a screenshot of the Lumberg IO-Link master web browser. It's going to show you status of each port individually, actually each input. So like for instance port X1 here, I've got an A side and a B side. This is an all A port multi-protocol master. So the A port can be a digital input, or it can be a digital output, or it can be an IO link. So I'll make, and this is just for testing purposes. You'll normally activate this as an IO link port through the Allen Bradley or Siemens software. But for the web browser, without connected to a PLC, you can do it just for testing and troubleshooting. So I'll enable the IO link port and hit Save Configuration. You'll see now that it's in operational mode. It's actually already connected to a sensor. You'll see my status light is on. If I disconnect my sensor, you'll notice some status changes. So now the state is no device found, and I'll reconnect my device. Now it automatically recognizes that this sensor is 2 bytes in and 0 bytes out. It's a photo eye. So if I click on details here, it'll take me to that port. So it's taking me to port 1. You can see that the sensor is automatically discovered on what the part number is, what the product name is. In here, I can read the data that I'm getting back from the sensor. So as my distance changes, you'll see my input data change. It's coming over as a hex value, but I can change that to maybe a decimal value, or I can change it to a binary value. To maybe help troubleshoot with what your PLC is seeing versus what you're seeing. Also, with sensors and any other IO-Link device, you have parameter data, and this is where you would change the parameter data. In this case, being a Q4X, if I went and looked at the Q4X's IO-Link data structure, I could see here like index 60 is the, say, your set point, subindex 1. I could read the set point for the Q4X, and I could also write it. So if I did an index 60, subindex 61, if I did a read, I would see a value here. I can read it in hex or in binary, but then I could change the set point if I wanted to from this screen and do a write. That's the main part of the web browser that you'll ever need or use. Obviously, you can set the IP address. You can turn on MQTT. You can turn on this block to act as an OPC UA server. Any additional diagnostics. I'm not connected to a PLC, which is why I have my Ethernet field bus state as an error. You can set user rights, very rarely done. And that's about it.